Listen, bro. I know how you feel. I know it's not easy. I know what it's like to be out there and never meet your mark. People always tell you to be too emotional or too emotionless. People ask you to share, but to not overshare. People ask you to be strong, but not too strong. It can never be right. People look at you as a nuisance, but they demand that you need to provide. And at the end of the day, you just want to be loved. You just want to be held and told that you're okay and that you're alive. Brother, I hear you. And I know it's not easy. When the whole world is loved unconditional, but you're loved under the condition that you provide, that you serve, that you give everything you got without complaint, and that if you do complain, you're wrong for it. But that's what's wrong with this world. You're not a machine. You're more than that. You're a person who just wants to be loved like everybody else. You try so hard to fit the right example. And people always push you to the limit, expecting you to continuously stand there as they demand and take things from you. And all you can do is just smile. Because that's what they want you to do. But that's not fair. And that's not right. Men aren't machines. They're people. And it should be okay for you to feel how you feel. Obviously, we take pride in the fact of being as strong as we are. That is true. We take every notion of what we have, but yet we can't always be so strong. We can't always put in a week's labor worth of work just to have nothing. No love, no kindness, no empathy. Just another week to do work, and then next week, and then the next week. People don't understand what they're putting us through, or what they're demanding from us. They say that we have toxic masculinity. And for what? Because we're men? Have you ever heard of toxic femininity? Of course not. But people want to believe that only one sex is responsible for the suffering of everybody. But as far as we know, we try every day to be the best that our family needs us to be. That doesn't make us monsters. That doesn't make us machines. We're just like everybody else. Just people that want to be loved. But we've been given this extent that we have to serve and serve and serve. And although we cherish your strength, it hurts when we're not valued for what we do for people. Some days I hope that the world can change and can see us for what we have been trying to do, trying to put ourselves to the pinnacle of just being loved like everybody else. Yet all we hear is a man should be this, a man should be that. If you were a man this, if you were a man that. If you were a man, you would be emotional. If you were a man, you'd be more in touch with your feminine side. If you were a man, you should be more happy, to work hard. If you were a man, you'd have more manners. If you were a man, you'd at least make the first initiative. They keep comparing us to what we should be, and then strip us from our own masculinity, saying that we're not men. We never, ever get anything right. No matter how good of a person we can be, it never makes any sense. It never clicks to society that we're the only gender that is demanded of our role to be what we are. A woman is a woman plain throughout, but a man is not always a man. We always have to earn our title. We always have to be the right people for it. We're always being questioned as to the people we are. And I just don't think that's fair. Every time I see the world, it's like it's stepping on us more and more. And it demands more and more from us to work harder and harder with little to no love, little to no respect, and little to no value. We're just machines, but that's not what we are. And I refuse to think that we are. I get so tired of seeing people try to be identified for what they are. To being hurt because we're just men. This world has betrayed us, and yet it still asks for our donations. It asks for our providing nature, and it asks for us to keep working hard where everybody else gets off scot-free. I say to hell with that. I say that us men, we still hold to our values. We're still here, we're still alive. And we're just as needed as anybody else. We're not second-class citizens. We're not monsters. We're not machines. We're not these work droids to make people happy. No, we're alive. We're humans. Just because things were different in the past should not mean that people should be suffering now. We were always trying to be providers and helpers to society. And now it seems like a man can just die and nobody would care. But we gotta stay strong. We gotta keep doing what we do and keep voicing our opinions, even if people don't want to hear it. Because we deserve to speak too. I love you, brother. And I hope if any of you are hearing this, that it's okay to speak. Nobody will judge you here.